What's up guys, Shawnee Dogs here. I hope you enjoyed your New Year's. My first video of the new year, it was actually my 40K stream. I made that public so all of you guys could see it because I was getting a lot of comments that a lot of people, maybe they missed it or they just wanted to see it again. So I did that for you guys, and that also gives me a little bit more time, get a little bit ahead on videos so I can start streaming daily again as well. I should be able to do that by the start of next week. That's what I'm shooting for. But in this video, we have quite a bit to talk about. Sledgehammer's been a little bit more active when it comes to the community than they have been since the game's release. So the first thing that I want to share with you guys is some of the plans that Sledgehammer has for the future, what they're going to be adding to the game in future updates, and what they plan on doing moving forward that they haven't done in the past. One of the things that I would like to see personally before I get into that, it's the way they go about delivering information to us, whether that's in terms of upcoming content, patch notes for new updates. It seems that they are extremely inconsistent, with the main source of information being from Michael Condrey tweeting out random tweets at midnight on Twitter that they're about to update the game. There's no patch notes to follow in a follow-up tweet or on Reddit even a few days later. It's a little bit frustrating and annoying to deal with, especially if you're just the average player playing Call of Duty. I know that before I started YouTube, I would have never thought to go on Twitter. I don't even think I had a Twitter. The only place I would really go is, let's say there's a new update for the game. I see my console updating. I'm like, oh, okay, let me find out about this. I'll literally just Google search it and go on either YouTube or Reddit, find out the information that I need. But now we're lucky if we even get the occasional Twitter update from Michael Condrey. Speaking of which, that is the first new piece of information. A new game mode is coming to Call of Duty World War II. Although it is new to COD World War II, we have seen it in pretty much every Call of Duty in the past few years, and that is hardcore kill confirmed. He decided to respond to someone on Twitter saying, hey, Michael Condrey, please add hardcore kill confirmed and war mode to the game. And he said, sure thing, my good sir, we will be adding it after the Winter Siege event. Although he didn't give a time frame, and there was no official post by Sledgehammer Games either on Twitter or on Reddit. So we don't really know exactly when that will be coming. I assume it would be within the next 2 weeks. Next up, and this one is far more important than the tweet made by Michael Condrey, this was a post on Reddit made by Sledgehammer Games. This is on the World War II official Reddit page, and this is where you should be able to get your good information, but they haven't really been too active with the community, and this is addressing all of that and saying what they will be doing moving forward. So I will read it for you guys. I'll leave it up on screen for a few seconds. They said, thanks for the feedback here and constructive criticism. To give you some context, this was in reply to a post made by a community member. Hey, Sledgehammer Games, this is how a real company communicates with its player base. And they linked a post from Epic Games, who are the creators of Fortnite, among a bunch of other games. Now, I'm not going to focus too much in depth on this Fortnite post because this is not about Fortnite, but it was basically Epic Games was responding to a lot of hate they were getting on their Reddit page about the Boogie Bomb. This was an item in Fortnite that people thought it was way overpowered. So what Epic Games decided to do was reply with 4 different bullet points on ways that they could potentially nerf this Boogie Bomb, and in the meantime, while they let the community voice their opinion about those 4 bullet points, which one they think is the best decision, and ultimately let them influence the update that they will release in the future, they immediately reduced the effect of the bomb from 10 seconds to 5 seconds in game to reduce some of the pain felt by the player base. And I think that that is amazing that they decided to do that. They were completely transparent with the community, and now they are allowing the community to voice their opinions on a future permanent fix to the bomb to make it more balanced within the game. This is an ideal, beautiful textbook situation, which I hope Sledgehammer follows. So what Sledgehammer's long-winded response was, they definitely respect Epic Games and what they do. They will continue to provide regular game updates / hotfix updates for the community. That was the first sentence. To summarize that, is basically they're not saying anything. They're going to provide regular game updates / hotfix updates. That's what they've been doing since the game's release. They're going to continue to update the game. That's not giving us any new information. But now what they said is, in addition, we will aim to provide you all with more insight into some of our design choices and creative choices, and even start more specific threads dedicated to individual top community concerns. And this is infinitely more important because if you look at the Reddit page for Call of Duty World War II, there is a lot of whining and complaining about things that need fixing within the game, things that are broken. People are not afraid to voice their opinions, and it seems that for these first few months of the game's release, Sledgehammer's been pretty silent. They barely ever even post or respond on that Reddit page, and it seems like they've left us in the dark. You know, we paid our 60 bucks and they're fine with that. They're just gonna let it sit there. They've collected, the marketing team did a great job. They hyped the game up, they got people to believe in the story. This is gonna be probably the largest best-selling COD in the history of the franchise. So that would make you think, if you're connecting the dots here, oh, so this is probably the best Call of Duty. But that is simply just not the case. Even if you like this game, I think we can all agree it's not the best Call of Duty in its current state. There are just fundamental game mechanics that are entirely missing, or they're unlike past Call of Duties. Like, for example, the sprint out time. Every single day, I see at least 3 to 5 posts on Reddit of people complaining about the sprint out time. Let's be honest, it needs fixing. It's too slow. The game promotes camping because if I'm sprinting around a corner and there's a guy camping around the corner, by the time I get my gun up, he will have already killed me. If he is any decent at the game, if he doesn't miss his shots, I will not even be able to shoot him with 1 bullet by the time he gets the kill. It's because the sprint out time is too long and there's no advantage or incentive to rush within the game. So if I'm interpreting Sledgehammer's post correctly, I wish they would have done this, say, a month and a half ago, but it looks like they're trying to be a little bit more active within the community. The last sentence of their big post was, they're not just going to do this for larger updates with patch notes, but also some more background and explanation. So they're going to provide reasons behind the things that they do. I don't necessarily think that that's a great idea, because let's say they release some update that makes some element of the game worse that you didn't even think was like overpowered. Let's say they nerf a gun that's not really that great anyway, and they provide their reasonings behind it. That's just gonna outrage the community a little bit more. I wish they would have included an extra sentence in their post, or at least a few additional words saying that they are going to try to listen to the community and take the feedback that we are giving them, because there are a lot of extremely good suggestions out there as to future updates, hot fixes, things that really do need to be fixed within this game if they want it to be a great Call of Duty. So right now, I would highly encourage all of you guys watching this video, if you don't already have a Reddit account and you're not really that active, go ahead, make one, go on the COD World War II subreddit, try to be active within the community, because Sledgehammer is apparently going to be listening, or at least I hope they will. I think Sledgehammer is definitely seeing what the community is posting, all of these rage-induced messages. They're just not really responding, so I hope they aim to fix that. That's the dream. You would think it's impossible that they're not seeing this stuff. For example, this Reddit post that they made, it got 138 upvotes, and right below that, the very first reply on their post got 368 upvotes, that they should start by addressing the slow sprint out times. That is like the #1 concern with the community, and directly underneath that reply is nerf grenade shell shock. It makes tactical grenades obsolete. I couldn't agree more. I think the shell shock's a bit ridiculous, and the teammate shell shock. Why do teammates grenades stun you? The world may never know. Another one, the play of the game heavily favors headshots. Seems like the play of the game's a little bit ridiculous in what it picks. You're like, oh, I saw like 3 plays better than that within the game. And another one that's super minor, guys, I was not sitting in this corner like an idiot. I was actually calling in a score streak, and I had the little map out. I was calling in a glide bomb, but you can't see it there in the kill cam. That's just another minor little bug that shouldn't be in the game, and there are hundreds of those like them, but Sledgehammer will never know if we don't tell them about it on Reddit. Speaking of Reddit, shameless plug, go to reddit.com/r/ShawneeDogs. That is my official page. It has absolutely nothing on it. Be the first one to leave a post. What I'm mainly looking for, you know, just funny things. Basically the COD World War II Reddit, but without all the complaints. We want funny memes, crazy stuff that happens to you, weird, bad, awesome. It doesn't matter. I guess if you want to leave some fan art, that's cool too. Anything related to ShawneeDogs or Call of Duty, you're good to go. But that is going to wrap it up for this one. Here's to 2018 COD World War II. I hope it's a lot better than 2017 COD World War II. But if you guys did enjoy, please be sure to drop a like, comment down below with any thoughts or questions you may have. And as always, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new for some 4v1 clutches in Rank Play Search and Destroy. And I will see you in the next one. Peace.